If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door.
Parkour, getting from A to B. It's like a good creative outlet with like the urban spaces, with like whether you got stairs, rails, whatever.
For me, it's more about like I try and go for like big jumps.
We don't look at a park bench as, it's just something we sit on. It's something that, we can slide under, flip off, handstand on, And I think parkour kind of teaches us that you don't need to follow the path that everybody else is following. You can kind of go your own way.
These guys, well, they're all local young people. They're like 21. They were also always in the streets, doing parkour in the streets of Fairfield, so you just see them all the time. And then I approached them about potentially doing a theatre show, which they were interested in. That's something they'd never done before. We premiered here last year in our 80-seat theatre, and it was fantastic, and now this year it's going to the Opera House.
So I started parkour back in around 2008. I remember there was just a few of us training at the time. We never really thought that we'd be doing a parkour show at the Opera House. Yeah, I just started coming every Friday. 6 o'clock every Friday, we'll be down either Underground or Snake Park, Daniel Lane Car Park, and we'll just be training. From there we opened up, a couple small classes. From there it just grew. It was growing so big that, per class we're getting 60, 70 kids. Walking down the street, jumping over stuff. We were getting shut down by the cops a lot. We were getting letters from the council saying that we had to shut down and stop what we were doing. So we went in there, we had a meeting with the council. I remember at the time, Powerhouse Youth Theatre, they explained to the council what we were doing as well, so they really helped us out a lot. But down here the cops come up to us to ask us why we're jumping, why we're flipping. And they kind of hear outside of it. It's more of a community that we have down here. We all met kind of through parkour, but everyone comes from their own art form.
What's your sort of specialty?
Mine would be dancing, mainly hip-hop and a bit of breaking.
I got into performing extreme martial arts and then got into tricking, which is the art form I do now. I think that my style of tricking would be flying as high as I can. I like to float in the air, make it look really flashy and nice.
What's life like in Fairfield?
I think there's a certain stigma around here that it's like, very dangerous, it's a bad area and that, but it's not like that at all. Like, you'd be surprised, like walking around Fairfield at night, I feel very safe. Personally, for me, I can't say it's for everybody.
I think, a lot of young people from Western Sydney, they're first and second generation Australians. They suffer a lot of racism and stigma coming from Western Sydney. And I don't think that they deserve it. They're young people who are completely dedicated to their art form and to training.
How did you get into parkour?
So me, I wasn't really doing anything with my life, so I was sitting around at home, hanging around the wrong people, and wasn't enjoying school. I went to 11 schools. 6 of those schools were actually anger management schools. I wasn't really happy at school. It was part of my life where my parents were fighting all as well, so I was moving around a bit, that's why. And I wanted to do something, but I didn't know what. I went to a performance, I saw the guys do a performance at a show. I went to this Turkish festival, and they were just there doing parkour, doing all the flips, and I was like, that's what I want to do. Personally, if I didn't have parkour, as harsh as it sounds, or unbelievable, I probably wouldn't be alive today. Parkour, in a way, saved me and helped me to do something with my life and be a better person. Before that, I was yelling, I was swearing at everyone, I was a very angry person. I still have that anger, but it takes a lot and a lot and a lot to get it out of me. I would just, if I'm in an argument, I would just laugh about it and chill about it and be like, yeah.
Do a flip now instead.
Yeah, do a flip.
There's a lot of urban underground movements with young kids who who come together and stay together, and probably spend more time here doing this than they are at home. And it's extraordinary.
That's it, nice.
I feel like Western Sydney is Australia's Brooklyn, because there's so much potential for our core narrative as a diverse nation to, for those stories to be told.
Why do you dance, Johnny?
Because it's more of an outlet, and I do it through expressing my emotions, and because I don't talk as much, I just let it out by just going through movements.
Why do you love parkour?
I guess it's very different to gymnastics in the sense that I can do what I want.
Woohoo! Yeah, Nat.
It's very open to anyone, and it's not that hard if you give it a go and try your best.